Building on that report, my team put together a response. In general, some comments. We disagree with some of staff's findings. However, that being said, we also respect the fact that there's some valid concerns and take those very seriously. And ultimately, in our response that we worked diligently 48 hours trying to turn that thing out, we feel like we made steps to address those concerns, and hopefully we can work towards a mutually agreeable plan and reinforce this potential partnership with Contra Costa County Office of Education. I'd like to go into more detail about the response. Of course, the document that you have covers all the minutiae, but just to provide a high-level overview for the audience and to reflect on to the board once again. There were essentially three areas of findings from staff, and I'll start with the first, and I'd like to assert that the School of Performing Arts will, in fact, increase learning opportunities for all students in Contra Costa County. Furthermore, there is nothing in the charter that suggests we don't aim to serve a diverse population, especially including students who academically are low achieving. We know the power of this program to be meaningful and relevant to all kinds of students and to serve them well. I know the audition process has raised some concerns, and I'd like to state that it is not inherently discriminatory, as some would suggest. It will consider a wide range of factors, include an objective panel, and there will be a heavy emphasis on passion and potential rather than simply developed skills from private tutoring. The additions ultimately establish priority. They do not preclude students from enrollment. It's an important distinction. And we are committed to widespread outreach in Contra Costa County. There was, in fact, a plan for outreach included in the petition, and we understand and actually appreciate the obligation to mirror the demographics of the area we serve. In continuing, we would like to assert that the petition does demonstrate absolutely the need for this kind of program, the need for this kind of charter school. We do not believe that there is a comparable program in Contra Costa County. When I say our program, I'm talking about a pre-professional conservatory type training in performance arts that's embedded in a college and career preparatory setting. That has a truly arts integrated curriculum. And when I say arts integrated curriculum, I mean interdisciplinary collaboration, a common thread of performance arts that makes all subject matter relevant and engaging to students. And then, of course, we have an opportunity for real-world application and partnerships in industry that's quite unique and exciting as well. We believe in celebrating and integrating the rich diversity that is represented across this county, and is why we are establishing ourselves as a countywide benefit charter petition. And finally, we want to empower educators, teachers especially, to create new professional opportunities for being part of developing this learning program as we continue to move forward. It will be a collaborative effort. The last section, we absolutely believe firmly in our capacity and in terms of resources to provide a program that will be uniquely different or superior to those that traditionally exist currently. We have great leadership, have a team that's experienced and expertise in diverse areas. I'll go over that more in a second. We have strong support from the community. We have partnerships, expert veteran advisors, arts professionals that are part of our team, and prospective students and families and community members that are very excited and committed to this project. The Concord Pavilion, we feel offers just an incredible and unique opportunity, both in terms of the actual professional world-class venue and on a curricular level for a true application in terms of even the Common Core standards and college and career readiness. The ability to partner and be mentored in industry in that environment is unparalleled. The proposed site geographically is actually central in terms of Contra Costa County's map and accessible by public transportation. There is a County Connection bus stop 1 block away And as I think the county report actually verified, our financial projections in general are sound, and our budget is fiscally solid. Just to go into a little more detail about the steering committee itself, I do believe we have great capacity and bandwidth in terms of experience that covers really all areas needed in terms of school startup work, curriculum, financing, facilities, etc. And that team continues to grow almost on a daily basis. I know I've mentioned this in the past, and you have evidence of it, but we've really increased our capacity by networking and partnering with similar schools, most especially Oakland School of the Arts, which is our closest neighbor and partner school. Very, very similar situation. Jerry Brown's charter that was built around the Fox Theater. We're modeled after that concept. And then, of course, our professional partnerships, Charter School Management Corporation, Legal Counsel, Young Corps, Charter School, California Charter School Association, and El Dorado County SELPA. There's a couple misunderstandings, myths, or just misrepresentations that I want to clarify very clearly and be on record about. I know there's been some conflation of two entities, and I want to be very, very clear. Charterhouse Public Schools, which is a newly established 501c3 public benefit corporation, and subsequently the School of Performing Arts, have absolutely no business affiliations with Clayton Valley Charter High School, and have no intent to develop any in the future. This is a completely separate and apart venture. The only connection is that I happen to be an employee at Clayton Valley, and I am dedicated to my work there, but I am also moving on with this project should we be successful tonight. And that is public information at the school and in our community. I think there's a misunderstanding about the prospective possible negative impact on district programs. And the reality is it just doesn't bear out. I've talked about the numbers themselves. We're talking about at absolute capacity, less than 1% of the 6th through 12th graders in Contra Costa County. And that's just the public school system. It doesn't take into account the homeschool and the private school kids that will certainly be interested in this kind of program. And then when you look at examples, anecdotally talking to Executive Director of Oakland School of Arts or the Executive Director of the Orange County School of the Arts, it's just not there. The local high schools that are in close proximity to these charters or specialty programs have robust and dynamic arts programs. This kind of program draws a special, different kind of student. And it does not necessarily mean it will serve all students. There are some that will be better served in a comprehensive program so they can do their athletics or participate in marching band or any number of other things that the comprehensive program offers. Finally, we do, by design, want to work as a countywide benefit charter school. In other words, we want to serve Contra Costa County. This footprint is not abnormal in terms of looking at other specialty schools like this. As another example, Oakland School of the Arts has a student that comes from Fairfield every day to attend their school. And they have more than 60 students right now that are applying for admissions next year that live in Contra Costa County. Our request tonight, with respect to the staff findings and the concerns that were raised, is for you to approve the spot charter position for a 5-year term with conditions on opening and operation as set forth in an MOU to be agreed upon between us and the Contra Costa County Office of Education. Giving ourselves some time to work out that MOU and make sure that everybody feels good about it before we move forward. This is not a unique request or conclusion. As you well know, most charter schools in today's world have some sort of MOU or conditional approval. And we feel that in our response, we've been able to address all, if not most, of your concerns through proposed conditions. And I'd like to just go through those briefly. We have agreed to push back the opening of the actual school to the fall of 2016, giving us essentially a year and a half of prep time and to meet any other conditions that would be in the MOU starting now. We want to make sure, wow, 30 seconds?
27.
Will the board permit me an extra 3 minutes to complete the presentation?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you very much. I'll be quick. We would like to clear up any ambiguity in terms of our intended student population. We want to present to you any kind of plans and continue to work with you and other municipalities in terms of outreach so that we are in fact reflecting the demographics of Contra Costa County. We would like to submit a plan for reaching out to fifth graders and offering some kind of tutoring or summer program, much like the models that we have looked at, in order to have equity in terms of preparation for our program and get kids involved that may not otherwise know about the school or be exposed to